Donald Trump has threatened a 20% tariff on all European cars if the EU does not remove trade barriers introduced on Friday. His threat, which if carried out would represent a serious escalation of the burgeoning trade war, comes hours after new EU tariffs on goods imported from the U.S. came into force. Based on the tariffs and trade barriers long placed on the U.S. and its great companies and workers by the European Union, if these tariffs and barriers are not soon broken down and removed, we will be placing a 20% tariff on all of their cars coming into the U.S. Build them here. Donald J. Trump, at Real Donald Trump, June 22, 2018. In response to Mr. Trump's tariffs on European steel and aluminum, the EU has imposed tariffs on imports of U.S. cranberries, orange juice, sweet corn, peanut butter, bourbon whiskey, cigarettes, cigars, cheroots, a type of thin cigar, cosmetics, motorbikes, boats, jeans, leather footwear, swimwear, underwear and steel products. Its duties target goods worth $3.3 billion, £2.5 billion. Image, U.S. cigars, motorcycles and bourbon whiskey are among the products being targeted by the EU. The U.S. president tweeted, based on the tariffs and trade barriers long placed on the U.S. and its great companies and workers by the European Union, if these tariffs and barriers are not soon broken down and removed, we will be placing a 20% tariff on all of their cars coming into the U.S. Build them here. The trade war risks significantly raising prices for consumers. Just 20 minutes before the president's tweet, the EU's ambassador to the U.S., David O'Sullivan, tweeted that the EU-US economic relationship is the most important in the world bar none. 224 video, UK steel boss fears he could lose business. 208 video, how will tariffs hit the UK? President Trump is pushing ahead with his campaign pledge to protect American jobs and has described trading relationships with his neighbors and allies as unfair. The U.S. has imposed tariffs valued at £25 billion on Chinese goods, as well as on imports from Canada and Mexico. China, India, Mexico, Canada and Turkey are among those to so far hit back with their own tariffs on U.S. imports. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker said on Thursday the U.S.'s new stance on trade goes against all logic and history. A spokesman for Prime Minister Theresa May said she expects to discuss trade tariffs with the U.S. president during his UK visit in July. Global stock markets, which have largely ignored Mr. Trump's complaints as bluster and a negotiating ploy, are getting more jittery as nations retaliate.